Hello, and welcome back to Legacy of Leaders, where we interview the brightest and most interesting leaders in Jacksonville, and today is no different. I'm your host, Whitney Mincey, joined by very special guest, Mr. Todd Marshall from All Dry Services of Southeast Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so excited to have you here because you don't not only have a great company, but you're doing a lot in Jacksonville, and you're a great leader here. So first of all, those that don't know about All Dry, let's talk about that a little bit. Tell me what you do.
Sure. So All Dry Services is a company that focuses on helping people when they experience life's curveballs, if you will.
Yes.
So this is water damage, mold in the house or business. There's things like sewage backups, all sorts of the unexpected that life throws at you and your property. That's where we come in and we do that cleanup, drying out. Like I said, we're licensed in Florida for mold remediation. And I appreciate you saying we're a great company. Is that only because we're client-focused media?
No, not at all. Not at all. I think, the more I learn about you and your wife Harmony and the amazing things you're doing, I mean, you guys are just really dedicated to providing the care and support people need in the emergencies and not just coming to do a job.
Yeah, Whitney, we're striving to be different. Through the exercises we've been going, which, by the way, another great company here. So working with your marketing firm has been spectacular because it's really shown us and played back to us what we already knew that we were trying to achieve, but really getting it fleshed out and put on paper and getting a strategy going forward for branding was just tremendous for us. And it comes down to that caring. A lot of companies do what we do. There's no shortage in Northeast Florida. Florida as a state suffers from storms and things, besides just your average plumbing and roofing issues. But are there companies that really care? And in our research, we were corporate refugees prior to this, unrelated fields. And when we started this business, we got into it as a Florida franchise. We were attracted to the caring approach.
Yes.
And as a leader, in my career past, I know in Harmony, my wife's career past, we really, you have to apply that empathy, creativeness, seeing things through other lenses, if you will, to grow. And so we wanted to bring that to a business where it could really apply. And again, this industry is not known for that. It's very industrial in nature. It's not a very it's not a sexy business. I don't know how else to say it.
Right.
When you're dealing with disasters. But certainly you've got customers behind those disasters, whether that be a business owner or a homeowner that really appreciates somebody who truly cares. Explain things to them, be transparent, caring, servant heart. And so, a long answer, but that's
that's great. I would love to know, tell me a little bit more about how the care not only comes from you and Harmony as leadership, but how it filters down to your team and how your team helps your clients.
Sure, that's a great question, and again, it's becoming harder and harder to hire and retain the right people. At all levels, professional and blue collar, all the way through, and so at All Dry, first of all, we aim to compensate at a premium, but we ask in return. So what we say is, look, I don't care if you necessarily have experience in this trade. We're going to train you that part, but we need to know how you are with people.
Yes, so important.
So important. And then we're going to take that foundation, a good foundation, and we're going to build on that with our own training. Really, our success, I can say, is almost entirely based on our people executing our mission in front of our clients. And so it's extremely important to us how they present themselves. Are they listening more than they're talking?
Yes, that's so important.
Right. And I have to work on that sometimes too. But it's a technical thing. There's a lot of meters and equipment in somebody's house or business, and we don't make assumptions that that's just allowed. Hey, that's your castle. And so we're entering into your domain, and we're potentially fixing to tear things apart. We want to educate you on why that's necessary, the risks involved. Ultimately, you make the decision. But that's the thing. We have to train our people to be able to walk through that and present yourself well, be clean, be smart, but be very attentive and listen and try to, again, view everything through that customer's lens, their eyes, and what they're going through at the moment, which is never a good thing.
Right.
When they call us.
Well, and tell me a little bit more about what you're doing. I know you've got some exciting things coming up here. You're working on a new license, right? Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we have some basic licensure in the state of Florida for mold remediation, but we've gotten, as we shift our business to handle more and more commercial accounts, big hotel resorts, big properties, commercial properties, those type of clients tend to want one throat to choke.
Right.
And our business was started, and we still believe this, by the way, that we like to be very neutral. You don't want someone coming in and proposing to tear things apart that's benefiting on the other side as well.
Right.
So if I'm the demo guy and I'm the rebuild guy, I might be inclined to make more money than I should, make more activity than I should. So we like to stay neutral on that, and we refer people that we've seen their work. And so that's a very good thing. That's worked very well. Again, though, as we get a little higher into commercial work, these folks want the convenience of one throat to choke, as I said. So I'm in the midst right now of a general contractor license for the state of Florida. That's kind of the highest level. Once I get through that, that will allow us, if nothing else, Whitney, it brings credibility too. We're certainly not going to chase to become the next big builder in Jacksonville, but we do want to be able to pull subcontractors together and other businesses and other trades to make a project happen, and obviously be able to handle the permitting side and the the formalities of putting a project together.
Right, and just a higher level of accountability overall.
Sure,
it sounds like.
Sure.
Yeah.
By the way, what I'm learning, it's pretty stout. There's a lot to it.
Yeah.
I have a building past, so I'm not dense to a hammer or to basic construction techniques and requirements. But Florida codes are a little different. There's a lot of formality to it, and it should be. Folks should always be aware. Make sure, if you're doing, especially contracting and rebuild, that individual is licensed by the DBPR in Florida.
Yeah. And
again, what I do right now with mold remediation, also through the DBPR, make sure you're asking for those things and getting those credentials.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Todd. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but I'm sure we'll have another opportunity to chat about the amazing things you're doing with All Dry. Make sure you head over to dailynewsnetwork.com. All of Todd's information will be listed there. We will see you next time on Legacy of Leaders.